building Blackpool. As you can see, I have been sacked by the chairman for the bullshit reason of failure to improve squad harmony, which is absolute bullshit as far as I'm concerned. That is absolute no way the reason to be sacked. I left that team 4 points above the relegation places. Not 4 places, but 4 points. We were 1 place, but 4 points above the relegation places. Now, granted, things didn't go exactly to plan. And the last time I was around was for the FA Cup game against Southampton. Now, we did take the early lead, and that was absolutely fantastic, but things went a bit tits up from there, and we got beat 4-1 in that game. We then had a home game against Millwall, and it was a game I was looking to get at least a point from, as Millwall were below us in the league table. But unfortunately, O'Day got sent off, but that was late in the game, and we lost the game 2-0. I was fucking annoyed, to be honest, because we had 16 shots, only 5 on target. Millwall had 5 shots, 3 on target. We bossed the possession, but we just could not get the job done. We then had Wolves, and yeah, we went into free fall, to be honest. We only had 5 shots in this game, 1 on target. Grant Hall with an own goal, but by that time the game was already done, and it was a card fest. We consumed 5 cards. We then had Watford at home, and we finally scored. We took the early lead, but unfortunately we just could not hold on. We only had 2 shots on target out of 5. Troy Deeney with 2 goals, as is the way this season in the Championship. Troy Deeney scores when Troy Deeney wants. And yeah, we lost that game 2-1. We then managed to bounce back against Brighton. 2 goals from Stephen Davies, finally getting his fucking act together and getting on the score sheet. He got 2 goals in 7 minutes when we were 1-0 down to a Chris Eagles goal, after I'd already tried to sign Chris Eagles in pre-season. After that game we had Norwich, and this was just, I don't even know how to describe this game. Lewis Grabban put Norwich 1-0 up after 5 minutes, grabbing 1 of his 4 goals. We then got 1 back, and Grabban scored his second. We then scored again 2 minutes later this time. But then Grabban got 2 in the space of 3 minutes, 1 from the penalty spot. We consumed 5 bookings, and yep, we had 5 out of our 8 shots on target. Norwich had 6 out of their 16 on target, and they absolutely bossed possession. I did feel a bit deflated when it gets to the final 10 minutes. I was thinking we could come out of that game with a draw. We managed to draw our next game. It's high-flying Borough, but this game was another one where I felt deflated. Rothwell put us in the lead after 60 minutes. Jelle Vossen equalised after 63. Murphy put us in the lead another 3 minutes later, but then in the 93rd minute, a Jelle Vossen goal made it 2-2. I felt utterly distraught. That was a game I felt we were going to win. I felt we should have won it, and just could not get over the finish line. We then had Forest away from home and managed to do the double over Forest this season. An early goal, or 2 early goals in space of 13 minutes, gave us a quick 2-0 lead. Blackstock made it 1-1 after 35 minutes. Orlandini made it 3-1, and the game was put to bed by Jamie O'Hara in the 57th minute, and we made it a 4-1 victory. Things started to look up. We then went and played Blackburn, and it was an early goal in the first minute from Tom Kearney, and that was the only goal in the game. There was a sending off apiece. There was 8 yellows in the game. There was injuries. This game had it all for a northwest battle, with only 7 shots out of a possible 19 for both sides on target. We bossed possession, or didn't boss, but we had most of the possession, but just could not get anything done. We then had another TV game against Brighton, and yeah, a 0-0 draw. David Button was the star performer for Brentford, sorry, not Brighton. We had 3 out of 11 on target. Brentford had 2 out of 10 on target. Fairly even game. A draw was probably a fair result. We then played Wigan at home, and Jacob Murphy and Stephen Davies got us the goals. It was a nervy final few minutes, with Waghorn got a goal in injury time. But yeah, we came out on top in that one, and as you can see, the form after the FA Cup and the couple of league games, we were win 1, draw 1, lose 1, win 1, draw 1, lose 1, win 1, draw 1, lose 1. So yeah, that was how things were going. We then had Birmingham away from home, and this was a game I thought we could at least get 1 point from. Two goals in 7 minutes from Novak and Arthur made it so we got basically nothing from the game. We did get a goal back just before half time, but it was dead and buried. Could just not get that equalising goal, and to be honest, at times we didn't even look like we were going to get that equalising goal. We then played Sheff Wednesday at home, managed to rescue a point in the 70th minute after a goal from Gary Medine. But yeah, it was that was an interesting game, was that one. I don't really know what to make of it. In my notes that I'd made, I think I put fair result and then just left it and walked away. We then played Bournemouth and we went 1-0 up in the 5th minute, but 3 minutes later we equalised. We then had a player sent off, which didn't help things. It was in the 71st minute. We were 2-0 down by that point. Sorry, 2-1 down by that point. But yeah, it was a scrappy game. I think we deserved a point from that one. But we managed to bounce back against Charlton. 3 goals in 10 minutes gave us the 3-1 victory. It was a fairly, I want to say, nervy game. In the fact that obviously Charlton scored 2 minutes after we got our third. But yeah, the game never felt like it was going to be done. It always felt like there was more goals in the air. It's just one of those games, and that was the trouble with this Blackpool side. We could score goals, and we have scored 2-2, 2-4, 2-1, 1-1, 3-2, 2. But we have also just absolutely, at times, shit the bed and conceded goals left, right and centre, and that was always the worry with this team. After the Charlton game, we then had Leeds, and we got a 1-1 draw. Patrick Olsen with our goal after Sol Bamba was sent off in the 44th minute, but Steve Morrison equalised, and I felt slightly pissed off, to be honest. I felt we deserved to get all 3 points, and my final game for Blackpool was against Bolton away from home, and we fucking won the game. I don't know what they were going on. Squad harmony was, when I had a meeting with the board members, was at 43%. I got it to 45%, and yeah, they just pissed me off, and I was unhappy, and it just wasn't ideal. They are 20th, as you can see, in the Skybet Championship. They are still 4 points above the relegation, where I left them. Who knows where we'd be? But yeah, I have 2 games left in the season. I carried the save on until I got another job, and I am with Barnsley. But unfortunately, yeah, no more building Blackpool. There is another Football Manager save coming. It's going to be a journeyman. It will be streamed on Twitch with highlights coming up as like this Blackpool save. But yeah, it's going to be a journeyman. So if I do get sacked or a better offer from a club, I will potentially either be moving on, we'll be moving on one way or another, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe get 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 seasons in. Who knows? But I am starting with Real Oviedo, so it is a very, very low level. We'll have to see what we can get done. But guys, keep your eyes out for that. It is coming later this week. Thanks for watching. Couldn't really build Blackpool. You move on. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.